ID'd another Brainiac weapon in the city. You're on cleanup, Task Force X.
Though Brainiac has tanked Batman's stocks, this place still proves that money talks. Money talks.
Assessing a new target.
Data's in Toyman's hands. Like I said, know your target, kill your target. Got it?
Activity levels way down. Keep searching.
There's Brainiac's cannon! Looking all cannony! Come shoot it with me!
Reprioritizing targets. I'm not partial to that cannon darkening 8 million doorsteps, TFX. Send it packing.
A heads up. I've engaged new firing sequence.
We better grab those terminal chunks. Time to stick the landing.
One more swing! No! Ding ding! Win a prize! Shield depleted!
Join me and you could have one of these for yourself. Sit on the barrel. Do what you like.
Target in sight!
Looks like you might have hit a wall here, Task Force X.
Targeting boomerang!
Hey! I see the gun's weak spot. Why don't we hide it there?
Strike your little blows, Task Force X.
Oh yeah! Hack just made the Terminal jump flowy for us! Let's grab him! Time for cellulize! Make a discount, you poor tentacle jerk!
Explosion imminent! Toss the remains at the location Hack has marked.
Explosive release!
Reloading!
Grenade in air!
Very quick.
Harley is mighty for such a small human. Endearing. Collect the Terminat remains. There are only hope against the weapon. The explosive device.
I'm not scraping up anybody's zapped by that wall of death!
Attaching the shark!
Oh, for crying out loud! Ha-ha! The cannon just popped open like a ripe cantaloupe! Shoot it into me!
Got it, boomerang!
I'm studying Earthling responses to this firing pattern. Do give me your feedback.
Beam's about to fire!
Attacking the shark creature!
New bullet!
Pack has identified the Terminot remains for us.
Targeting boomerang!
Cannon just turned on some extra security.
Watch out! Death ray!
We make a good double axe, Harley. Embrace the classical role of the clown.
That's enough Terminot, bitch! Now where's that target hack mark?
Bombs away!
Harley Quinn!
Bopping spree! Can't stop, won't stop!
Collect the Terminot's remains. They are key to defeating the weapon.
He just annoyed a gun so much it's trying to kill us!
Look out for the beam!
This ain't a gag, guys. I really need help.
Aiming for Deadshot! That's the kind of can-do that earns you medals. Too bad none of you four are enlisted.
I feel like a kid who robbed a candy store. Ooh, the kind of gear you give pet names and keep under your pillow. Wow, this baby's gonna have my name all over it in non-smear mascara.
Sent you your reward. Using the power of the internet.
You're really helping me out. I'm gonna put you on Daphne's do not eat list.
Let's see what we've got for you.
see you like this again.
Like what, Joker?
You with your inside, still on the inside. You know how hard it is to get stomach bile out of a sport coat? Oh, which reminds me, does this joint do dry cleaning, or...
Cut the shit, I've heard it all before. You meet one psychotic bottom-feeding thug in face paint, you've met 'em all.
And did you know the old me? We were never introduced. Suppose that's what my fashionable tardiness gets me.
Here, from the coroner's report. Go on, take a good look. He was a mass-murdering psychopath with a mug like spoiled meat. He poisoned Gotham City, then himself. Oh yeah, he got what was coming to him.
Good Lord. He was so... old! Blah!
That's your takeaway?
You do have sunscreen on this earth, right? Those crow's feet aren't giving me hope.
You don't play ball. We've got an entire wing at my new Arkham, specially made for pacifying clowns like you.
Sounds like it worked great on the last guy. Oh, I can't wait for this world to get a load of its new Joker. So many smiling faces to meet. And all thanks to you, Mandy.
Don't think you can scare me, clown. One button press and I do what Batman never could. Solve this Earth's Joker problem for good. That's a promise.
Oof, I got chafed wrists like you wouldn't believe. You mind loosening the old friendship bracelets, big guy?
This is a mistake. I don't know what the director's thinking, bringing a goddamn Joker into this mess.
Say, what are we thinking for lunch? Sushi? You have that here? Richard, you're gonna love what I can do with chopsticks. Wink.
Can it, Chuckles? You know, half the troops in the hall knew someone murked by Joker. I bet they just love to get their mitts on you.
Ooh, don't threaten me with a good time, soldier boy.
Joker was terrorist scum. Worst of the worst. The world's better off with him in the dirt. And if you think I won't bury you with him...
I'm detecting some aggression here, Flatfoot. But if you're gonna kill me, you'd have done it already.
Squad's got bigger fish to fry. And if keeping you alive means keeping them alive, I can keep it in the holster. For now.
Colonel Flag! Is that affection for your squad I'm detecting? Oh, I knew there was a gooey center underneath all that bluster and body armor. Usually I have to work a little harder to get it, but... Mandy, dearest, welcome back! I just adore this whole musical interrogations bit. What a hoot!
Clock's ticking, Joker. Start shooting straight. What really happened to your last squad?
Like, emotionally? Hurt people, Mandy. Not like I need to tell you that.
Reports peg you as last clown standing. You see, that smells like a double cross to me.
More Semtex and charred entrails. You know how far a human head can fly with enough explosive force?
So you're sticking to the story that you murdered your team. Doing Brainiac's dirty work for him.
My dirty work is mine and mine alone. See, where I come from, we take ride or die pretty literally.
Well, you're on my world now, Joker. And I'm the one who decides when and how Task Force X lives or dies.
You really think you're something special, don't you? But I see right through you. You and your whole shtick. The hair, the fancy clothes, the swagger. Get this through your pointy little skull. I'm the guy that decides what goes up and where it comes down.
Duly noted, Mr. Up, Down, Back, Around guy, sir. I'll get that in my Rolodex right away. Quick question. What exactly makes you think I'm your problem child?
I've met you before. I've met 1,000 psychos like you. And every single one of them was a pain in my ass.
I see. Well, I look forward to changing your mind, Mr. Flag, sir. Oh, P.S., how is your ass doing these days?
Oh, you want to get up in my business, huh? I can get personal. What's the spill on you and the other clown, huh? She and the last Joker had Commish Gordon smoking 2 at a time.
The Shrink? Strictly co-workers, just like you and I. But hey, look at the bright side. You've got a wide open net, and I think I might be strong enough to love again. The stars are aligning. Do you feel it, Rick?
You're gonna be feeling something in a minute, you little... You're gonna have to work harder than that. You're below my rank. And I'm out of your league.
So, you kill your squad to save them from Brainiac. Then Brainiac turns around and remakes Earth in your image. I don't buy it. Make it make sense, Joker.
You still think I'm in cahoots with the big bulbous brain? Well, let's run it down. There was the kidnapping, creative torture techniques, scrambling my DNA like stir-fry. Oh, I guess he did share my love language.
Stop wasting my time.
Oh, relax. Old Brainy don't trust anyone he can't control like an ill-fitting finger puppet. Least of all, yours truly.
So then why turn an entire world into a monument for your bony pratfallen ass?
You think that tacky sideshow was my idea? Darling, I'm a psychopath, not an egomaniac. Where's the subtlety, the wit, the measured panache? When everything's a punchline, the joke just isn't funny anymore. Why the long face, Flagpole? Don't you look forward to our little tete-a-tetes? I've always had a soft spot for you, Ricky boy. Well, not you, but you get it. So, hit me! With questions?
Fine. So, you're amiable with Harley. Nothing more, nothing less. I'll buy it for now. You playing nice with Boomerang?
Oh, I just adore that wily little marsupial. Boomerangs. All these Black Ops playthings in the toy box, and he goes with boomerangs. Hilarious! Not a big fan of eye contact, though. Or showers.
And Shark? Stay away. He doesn't need your hooks in him.
Sharky, what a gas. I tell you, they don't make them like that back home. Would you believe fish don't wear jeans on my Earth? Wild, right?
So what about Deadshot, huh? Lawton's kind of the, ringmaster of your little circus.
Oh, old Floydy's like the soldier of fortune father I never had. Or maybe it's just that nostalgic smell of bullet casings and aftershave. Hard to say.
Yeah, you're one big happy family. All that matters to me is you keep each other alive out there. Just keep in mind, you might all be expendable assets to Argus, but none more than you.
Oh, if it isn't my second favorite Mandy! You simply can't stay away from me, can you? As much as I enjoy dancing around it, and believe me, I'm a wonderful dancer, should we address the interdimensional elephant in the room?
What's that, Joker? Why I don't toss your chalky ass back to the condemned carnival you crawled out of?
No. What happened to my first favorite Mandy? Aren't you the least bit curious? Oh, I tell you, if my wall could talk... Well, it'd be awful impressive, for starters. I swear I've got her voice box around here somewhere. Check my pockets?
Irrelevant. All I need to know about her is where she went wrong. And if I had my guess, it had something to do with recruiting a ticking time bomb like you.
Gasp! Character assassination! And believe me, I know a thing or two about assassination. But I'll drop a spoiler for you, new old friend. On my Earth, you didn't make it past this part. Whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, well, that's a punchline I haven't cracked yet.
Run of show. Brainiac invades, corrupts the League. We send a squad. Squad goes ass up. Brainiac gets Earth, and we get stuck with you. Am I missing anything?
Well, you're really glossing over the friendships we made along the way.
You were locked up on the Skull ship. You must have seen something we can use. Something to make your squad's sacrifice worth a damn.
It's not so much what I saw, but what I smelled.
Explain.
Flop sweat, chum. Perspiration prickling on a big, brainy melon. Any comic worth his salt has a nose for it, and I could just smell it. That intoxicating musk of fear.
So you think Brainiac's afraid? Of what?
Bombing, obviously. This whole invasion deal. It's like he's workshopping a gag, running it over and over again, constantly adjusting the routine, tweaking each beat until he gets it just right.
And it's not going according to plan this time.
Yep. See, Brainiac's a lot of things, mans, but take it from me, he's a pretty shitty improviser.
Dr. Frias, you're gonna tell me everything you know about Brainiac's invasion of your world.
What exactly do you hope to gain from this conversation, Director Waller?
Knowing how and why their resistance failed.
I can only tell you what I observed. You tried to recruit me a lot, so I moved to increasingly remoter locations.
And that was enough to shake me. Shake her off?
Yes, but I can only assume that you died. I don't imagine for a second that you gave up.
And so you just sat back and watched your world freeze?
I made calculations based on the data I had. Turns out the data wasn't viable. So I focused on ensuring that Nora and I survived.
Now, despite surviving alone on a frozen planet, your psych reports are normal.
I had my wife. Were you even listening? Colonel Flagg, I assume you are the good cop?
If that's what I need to be, then yeah, I guess I am. My question is real simple. What made you change your mind?
Then it deserves a simple answer. Nora.
Okay. Then I guess what I'm really asking is, why us, and not the us's from your world?
I exhausted all the avenues available to me on my world. Who wouldn't accept a second chance when it's offered? Even if it means working with a shady government agency.
Well, when it comes to handling Brainiac, that shady government agency has had a damn sight more luck than you.
On this world, perhaps. Do you want to know what happened to you on my world, Colonel Flagg?
Hell no. I make a point of never asking about other versions of me. Being envious of myself is not a can of worms I want to open.
Wise.
I'm glad you joined us under your own volition. Normally, when someone refuses my calls, I send in a capture team.
And how do you think that would have gone for them?
The suit is quite impressive, though I suspect much of the effect stems from your imposing stature.
I have a lot of time on my hands and a working understanding of the importance of physical health on one's mental health.
A lot of time to think about abandoning your world to its fate?
What do you want me to say, Director? I made a mistake. A terrible lapse in judgment.
I appreciate your candor, Doctor. It's refreshing to talk to someone with their humanity still intact. But don't think that gets you special treatment.
Thank you, I think.
Let's talk about your old lady. Nora was an eco-terrorist, right?
She doesn't care for that label.
Fine. Then what was she?
She is a realist.
And what is it exactly that realists do to help the planet?
Oh, a little monkey wrenching, some light arson.
And the suit helps with this how exactly?
The suit came after the invasion. Actually, its roots were in my projects with Nora, developing environmentally friendly food cold packing, plant strains that could survive cold winters, hydroponics. Who knew I was really going to need those?
Plans, huh? So why the ice axe?
Axes appeal to people like me and Nora. It's a thing.
So aside from Deadshot, you're the only squad member who actually has someone to live for. That's a real bonus for us.
I'm glad my comatose wife is considered an operational plus.
Well, yeah, but no, it must have been pretty tough for you when Nora got sick. I know what it's like to lose someone you love.
I haven't lost Nora. But yes, it wasn't easy. I gave up everything to focus on finding a cure.
Must have been tough for you to make ends meet. You'd do anything for her, right?
When the grant money dried up, I had to seek other sources of income. Questionable sources. But no murder, Nora's rule. I'd already been preparing for off-grid living. Honestly, I'm surprised more villains don't consider it.
What I wouldn't give for that utopian future. But villains never go to ground for long, do they?
We would have. I don't like people. And I've always been enough for Nora. Hello, Colonel. The director got you working double shifts?
Okay. Tell me to mind my damn business, but I gotta ask. How'd you and Nora meet?
At a conference. She was giving a talk on radical environmentalism, and I was just blown away by her. I tried to talk to her afterwards, but got all tongue-tied, and I walked away. She followed, gave me her number, and that was that.
So Nora rules the roost, huh?
You're not wrong. You do not want to get on her bad side.
How do you think she's gonna feel when she finds out you resorted to crime to support her?
You really haven't been paying attention, have you? She's going to be proud of the things I've done. In fact, if anything, she's going to have some serious FOMO. We were already villains before she got ill. She was excited for us to change the world together, and to hell with the rules. We were just starting to settle into our new life when Brainiac attacked our world.
Hell of an origin story.
I understand Colonel Flagg has been getting a little off topic. Is finding a cure for Nora going to be detrimental to you staying on mission?
I can't save her alone, so it looks like I need you. For now.
That doesn't really answer my question, does it?
I suppose not. That must be incredibly frustrating for you.
You know, I can see why Brainiac was interested in you. You're single-minded, clinical, stubborn even. You've proven time and time again that you'll do whatever it takes to protect the only thing that matters to you.
Was that intended as flattery or a character assassination? As I have said many times, yes, my chief concern is Nora, but not at the exclusion of all else.
Well, I hope so, Doctor. For all our sakes.
Director Waller, we have something to discuss.
Do we now?
What happens when I find a cure for Nora?
We'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
How about we cross it now? My cryotech has allowed you to realize whatever it is you plan to do with the Justice League.
And obviously we are grateful for your cooperation.
Not to mention the civilian applications of the cure. You can have the tech, the research, it's yours. All I want is your guarantee that...
We'll revisit this conversation when you find your cure. For now, let's concentrate on stopping Brainiac destroying another world. Keep the others in line. And there could be a future for both of you that doesn't involve conjugal visits.
How did you get here, Hack? Were you tricked by adults too?
What? No. Well, yes. I was projecting myself somewhere I shouldn't have, for people I shouldn't have trusted.
Uh-huh.
And I got caught.
Hey, would you feel anything if I walked through you? Are holograms ticklish? I am. Some plants are ticklish too. Like, when you touch them, they shrink up. Can you feel this?
I can feel annoyance, but no, not physical sensation, not like that. And I'm not ticklish.
Okay, well, people who say they're not ticklish are usually the most ticklish.
I am not ticklish. I can't be. This is just a representation of my digital form.
That's so sad. Oh, if we hung out, I could describe all the best feelings for you, like grass between your toes, the sun on your skin, tendrils choking meat sacks.
We could do that on some downtime from saving the world.
Okay, deal. You know everything, right? Did you name yourself? I was named way before I was born.
I don't even know if I'd call this my name. It's just what I let people call me. Plus, I think it sounds cool.
It does sound cool. Can I name myself?
Sure. I don't see why not.
Nice. From now on, call me Hack.
I'm going to call you Ivy.
That's fine for now. So, if you know so much, why aren't you in charge around here?
Well, considering I have direct control over what goes into the squad's minds, I'm pretty comfortable where I am.
Wow! You can make them do stuff? Can you make me do stuff? Make me do something cool!
I'm made of data. You have a physical body. There's a whole universe of interesting things you can do. You don't need my help.
Okay, but let's say I did need your help. Could you make a second me out of data?
Look, Ivy. Have you ever heard the expression, the grass is always greener?
The grass is always greener around me, but I want to know everything too.
You know too much already.
Hack, do you know about mushrooms?
Yes, Ivy, I know what mushrooms are.
But did you know that you're a mushroom?
Oh, you're doing a bit. I thought you wanted to ask me something.
I am. I've been looking at your internet and I get it now. It's just mushrooms.
I have to admit, you've lost me, kid.
Mycelium. It's how plants all over the earth talk to each other. Look it up.
Mycelium. A fungal network of fibers communicating information through electric charges. That's...
The internet, right?
I've never thought about it like that. But I think you're right. I am a mushroom.
Told you. I'm a young sprout, but I've got old roots. Yeah, so now that I know everything about the internet, can you turn off the child lock on my account? Can I ask something else?
What's on your mind, Green Bean?
Does the noise ever make your head hurt? From all your, data?
I don't really hear that, huh? I just absorb it, like sunshine.
Oh. Sometimes my plant voices all shout at the same time. I'm talking to you now, but the plants are reacting to the fires, the fighting. Ugh, I even feel a squirrel in a tree on the mainland. Ugh, itchy.
You know, when I first digitized, I could barely hold a thought. The more I tried to focus, the worse it got. I had to learn how to float on the waves. I guess I was literally surfing the internet.
How do I do that?
Honestly, I don't know. But how about we work on it together? Ivy?
Sorry, got distracted again.
Another squirrel?
Oh, no, I took care of that. Just like I'll take care of the invaders.
Ivy, what did you do to this squirrel?
I keep having funny little memories that just don't make sense to me. Does that ever happen to you, Hack?
I'm not sure I know what you mean. Memories from before? Your past life?
Some of them feel good, and some feel bad. Tearing down buildings, wreaking havoc with my awesome plant powers. I know they're my memories, but they feel like a stranger's. It's so weird to be this person, but also not.
I get you. Of course, I remember being in my body, but when I look at her, at me, that person isn't me as I am now.
We're kind of similar. Should we be best friends? Do you like corn dogs? I love corn dogs.
I don't eat.
Bummer. Hey, Hack, will you live forever?
Maybe. You're quite existential for a tween.
I will too, I think. If we did live forever, we could be friends for a long time.
Oh, goody.
Hey, Hack, if you were made of data...
Yeah, something like that. Yep.
When you give things to Waller and the others, are you giving away pieces of yourself?
Well, yes and no. The information I provide is a part of me, but it can be a part of them too. When you know all there is to know, you learn to share.
Aren't you ever afraid of giving too much of yourself away?
Ah, not really. I like to think I'm worth more than the value I provide to others. I'm me. Hey, are you afraid, Ivy, of giving too much away? Like, before in Gotham?
No. 'Cause I'm still growing. I get stronger and smarter every day. Are you still growing?
I constantly amass data, so yes. I don't think I'll ever stop growing.
If you ever stop being made of data, I think you'd make a really good plant.
Thanks, Ivy. I'll keep it in mind.
Oh gosh, what is that? Hey you! Buzzcut! No, not you, dummy, the other Buzzcut! Big Man Flag! Flag!
Hello, Ivy. Can I help you?
Why don't you smell like the others? The other soldiers, they all smell boring. Like frequent showers and a good night's sleep. You, on the other hand, you smell special.
Watch it, kid. You shouldn't go around smelling people.
I literally have to. Pheromones are everywhere. It's part of how I see the world. Could you stop breathing?
Put a bullet in my head and I'd stop breathing fast.
There it is. It's an interesting mixture. Gritty and unpleasant, but with a dash of some sickly sweet suffering. I smell something that you'd probably like to forget.
All right, that's enough. If your nose knows what's good for it, your mouth will shut up.
You know, I've got a theory about you, Big Man Flag.
I'm sure you do.
You act all tough, but underneath that sad sack perfume.
Cologne.
Whatever, cologne. Underneath the tough guy act. I think you're a big softy.
Be careful who you call soft, Ivy. You don't know me.
Oh, come on. It's a compliment. And you meat sacks call me judgmental. Sheesh. It's not a bad thing to be soft. Most plants are soft-bodied after all. Moss and algae are among the most successful life forms on the planet. And they're super soft. Soft and squishy.
Well, I'm not a moss. I'm a man.
No need to tell me. I can smell that from here. Ugh.
Look, kid, I really don't have time to chat.
What? I'm not important to you?
The mission is important. Nothing else. Keep that in mind.
Hey, there you are! My favorite buzz cut. You smell better today. Less like a funeral home.
Look, kid, take some advice. You gotta watch how you talk to people around here.
How am I supposed to watch myself talk? You want me on security cams?
Don't play dumb. I know you're not dumb, but calling me soft, that is a dumb move. You have no idea who I am. You have no idea what I've seen, what I've been through. The last thing the world made me is soft.
I don't understand your meat emotions. Getting damaged doesn't make you harder. That's ridiculous. Look at me. My whole body was destroyed, and now my skin is softer than ever. Look.
I don't think I would call you soft. Sharp, maybe. Sharp and unpredictable.
Venus flytraps are soft. Pitcher plants are soft. And yet they both kill far more than any thorn.
All well and good. But I'll reiterate that I am not a plant. Okay, Ivy. Spit it out. What is it?
I didn't say anything.
You're staring at me.
Oh, I'm just taking it in.
Taking what in?
All living things carry memory with them. We can see the marks of a fire from hundreds of years ago scorched into the rings of a tree. The same is true for you.
Okay, I'll bite. What do you see scorched into my rings, Ivy?
Trauma, survivor's guilt, a sense of purpose in a pooped-up world. You make quite the pheromone soup. You're special. I would love more time to study you.
Study me? Let's not forget the chain of command here. I work for Argus. We are in charge of you. End of discussion.
Okay, not to be a prickle, but I did want to say just one more thing about your obviously tragic past.
Look, kid. Do you really want to know that bad?
Yeah?
We were, 6 months deep in the mud. Command sent us somewhere as a decoy. It was a suicide run. Not like they told us. I watched my whole squad get gunned down. One by one. Die for nothing. In blood and ash. You can't imagine that, Ivy. Being the only one left. Having to live with that. You just can't.
Of course I can imagine that. Oh. I don't know if you know this about me, but I actually have an excellent imagination.
I can't believe I just told you all that.
Me neither. But don't stop. What were your squad mates' names? Never mind. Don't tell me. It's more fun if I make them up myself.
Christ. You think this is funny? That it's all a big joke?
No, not funny. Just interesting. I'm only trying to understand you.
Your understanding feels a whole lot like disrespect.
I just wish I had been there. The taste of screams, the fear in the air. It would have been... Oh, wait, Flag. I didn't mean it. Come back. Hey, Big Man Flag. So, last time we spoke, I kind of got the impression that I upset you somehow.
Nice detective work, Batman.
Anyways, I struggle with, seeing the line in conversations. Maybe that's what happens when a billionaire raises you in a test tube. I don't know.
Look, the whole damn squad has the same problem. There's no need to apologize.
No? going to be really pissed. Call me a cactus or a biohazard or the plant freak.
Oh, you heard all that, huh? Well, that's the point. That's why we're working with you. It's been the plan this whole time. Build a team of heartless maniacs, and it doesn't feel quite so bad when you lose them.
Do you really think you'd feel nothing if I died? Or the others?
Honestly, yeah, I think I'd feel something. But since we put bombs in all of your heads, I sure hope to God I'm wrong.
Aw, see? I knew you were a big softie. Harleen, what did you want to be when you grew up?
What? You don't think this is exactly what I pictured as a little girl?
Daphne said you seemed like you were the kind of kid who was really into horses. I totally defended you, but it was weird as I'm to just insult somebody like that.
Yeah, they're usually such a doll.
I just think they've got the wrong idea about you somehow. Maybe it's because you don't visit me enough.
Well, maybe I would if there wasn't a giant green third wheel sucking up all the oxygen.
Actually, they produce oxygen. We both do. We have a lot in common that way. Sometimes I feel like they're the only one who can really understand me.
Okay, first of all, I already knew about the photosynthesis thingy, alright? It was a metaphor. My roots go a little deeper than Daphne's when it comes to you, Beansprout.
Wow. Are you so jealous of my other best friend right now?
Oh my god, I am. I'm jealous of a weed with teeth.
Maybe you should fight over me. Here, I prepared this special serum.
A cabbage with a dog collar. Nice try, sweetie.
Wait, Harleen! Come back!
Man, it's gonna be hard to return to normal after all this. Assuming there's normal left to return to.
What's the matter, Floyd? Missing your large adult extra children already?
Won't get shot of as that easy, mate. You can't pick your crime family.
Y'all know what I'm getting at.
Of course I do, Dadshot. Normal is a finite resource, Floydy. Sometimes you just can't go home again, metaphorically speaking.
No offense, Gwen, but I intend to go home. Need to, and I will. Metaphor and otherwise.
Oh, okay. Guess we're back to no fun shot again.
Hey, Quinn. Sorry about that home dig before. Wasn't cool of me.
Don't sweat it, Floyd. I got the thickest skin in this whole operation.
Highly doubtful.
Metaphor version, Sharky.
Ever wish you could go back? To your old life? Before the clown costumes and brain bombs?
That's hard to say. Most days I gotta squint real hard to even see Harleen in the rear view. The way I see it, what's the point of going home if you don't live there anymore? Most likely, you just freak out the new tenants.
We've been around each other way too long. That almost made complete sense. Hey, got a sec, Harley? The whole thing we were talking about earlier. I think we're both right.
You are really burning a lot of brain juice on this one, pal.
Look, I'm just saying things have changed for all of us. But we don't have to leave it all behind. I mean, if we don't want to.
Is this your way of asking if Harleen's taken on preferred clients?
Yeah, maybe. We get through this, we're all gonna need a good therapist.
Ha! And you'd let this questionably reformed clown inside your head? Okay, tell you what. I ever start verbally massaging sad Gotham-ite brains again, I'll put you at the top of the list.
Deal. So, you taking the Argus medical insurance, or?
Deadshot, I would like to ask about your child Zoe. But Engaging in the requisite small talk is disrespectful to our found kinship.
You know what? Thanks for sparing the weather bullshit, Shark Man. Everyone's asked or commented. You were bound to eventually.
Yes, well, you were not always able to live as a full family unit. Even before the Green Lantern took you to Arkham?
Zoe... see now, Susan... It's complicated human shit, Shark. Really complicated human bullshit.
Ah, I see. Is it rude to ask for more information?
Oh boy, is it. I'll tell you about the birds, the bees, and the long mediated conversations later.
Deadshot, I have an anecdote that may help ease your guilt and anxieties about your perceived failings in fatherhood.
Worse than the PTA parents. At least he's direct about it. Yeah, Shark Man, hit me with it.
I was the runt of my litter. In an effort to prove my worth to my father, I headed to the surface without a plan. I was taken. I was very small. I assumed my father would send forces to fetch me from Bel Rev, chastise me, and likely exile me. No one ever came. I wondered why for many years, but I no longer require an answer. Books were very helpful in reconnecting with my inner child.
That's, heavy.
I am certain you would fetch your child, even if they are unusually small or foolish, or both.
Hey, Shark, can we talk about... I see some of myself in your father, and I'm not about that. He sounds...
Like an unyielding tyrant? Yes, he is. You share some qualities, but I feel they are largely his best ones.
See, it's that largely that bothers me. Susan and I worked things out. I've gotten Zoe anything she's wanted.
Much like the supernatural powers of the deep, money cannot solve everything. But you are very aware of this. You are constantly trying to find ways to speak with Zoe.
Of course. Wouldn't any dad? Okay. I get you.
Take comfort in the fact that you are a far better communicator. Much less teeth and fury.
Maybe Susan was right. I'm not a good dad. I'm not the worst dad, I guess.
You have many redeeming features that do not involve killing, such as your dry wit and comedic timing. That is heartening.
Better than my dad.
I got a whole book draft on my daddy issues, Floyd. Looking for a solid publisher.
You are trying, and that has great worth.
Does if we survive.
Yes, we survive. Then you reconnect with your child, like in your extremely sentimental human movies.
Not quite like that, big man. You ever want closure with your old man, though? I got some kings in my resume. We could take them.
We could not best him as he is a god, but the sentiment is one I greatly appreciate.
Hi, Miss Lane. Come in, Pinwielder. This is the Tinker speaking.
Hero, you were supposed to check in weeks ago. I've been worried about you.
Sorry, Miss Lane. I've just been so busy now that they're letting me help out here. But please, don't worry. Not even about the BOMB. My little buddy defused it weeks ago.
A bomb? Hero, we agreed you would drop off the Speed Force device, take one selfie with the big statues, then get out of Metropolis. This was not the plan.
But I'm okay. I'm making a lot of friends, I'm eating all my greens, and I promise I'm working really hard to save the city.
It's not up to you to save the city, Hero. You're just a kid. Look, just please check in again regularly, okay?
You got it, Miss Lane. Save the city and check in more often.
Miss Lois Lane, I received a request for intel on Colonel Rick Flag. I am prepared to talk on his misdeeds.
I appreciate it, Nanaue. So for most of us, Richard Flagg is still a relatively unknown figure. What are your defining experiences of him?
It began when I was a newly captive pup. Alone, afraid. Colonel Flagg was assigned to guard me. He noticed my shivering and let slip his cruel plan to torment me with only sustenance.
Access to adequate food is your human Do you get human rights? Maybe that was the loophole.
Yes. For an entire evening, Colonel Flagg forced me to eat nothing but ice cream. But he had unwittingly chosen my favorite flavor and toppings. He is an unlucky man.
Your ice cream? Right, and did Flagg's methods often accidentally include things you enjoy?
There was also the occasion where he had to emergency stop the Bell Rev transport van at the fun fair.
Shark, I'll be straight with you. I need info, and you seem like my most reliable source on the squad.
Ooh, you really know how to butter a girl up, don't you, Lois? Most reliable source in the Daily Planet's Whistleblower Awards. I'm touched, I really am. I gotta know, was I the first person you called or the last?
All I'm asking for is a little inside intel. Help me piece this thing together.
I do enjoy piecing things together. Body parts, puzzles, true crime podcasts, especially my crimes.
Ugh, do we have to do this, Harley? I know people underestimate you. I don't. You're smart, and you've gotta have an angle on what Waller has planned.
Nah, really. You don't gotta wheedle it out of me, sweetie. I'm just happy to pass the Bechdel test with someone.
Boomerang, thank you for agreeing to speak with me.
Miss Lane, real honor. Huge fan of your work. Photojournalism, less words.
Thank you?
Yeah. Love your war reporting especially. And you've covered all the greats like yours truly.
I did?
Well, you remember. Yeah, of course you remember. On my rivalry with Flash. Yeah, I had the clipping in my cell at Arkham.
That might have been one of my syndicated pieces. I remember it being more about Flash.
No, it was defo about me. I know I read it hundreds of times. No one's called me incorrigible before. So, if you want a source, I'm an open book.
You're who I've been most interested in speaking with, Hack.
Oh, is this some sort of human interest thing? Sympathy for the person stuck in the internet?
What? No. Look, I know Argus is blocking my broadcast signal. And people out there need to know what's happening. And Metropolis needs to know there's still a world out there.
You're using an outdated codec at high bit rates and attempting to stream to a service that was defunct before the alien invasion.
Okay, you try casting from a phone when the servers are gone, IT and production are probably in a floating skull, and your password manager is very insistent.
Oh, I am very aware. I angle some satellites a little to the left to make sure you hit the city's monitors. Gets me my favorite shows too.
Right. You're really helping me out. You are helping me. That would explain so much.
I weighed the pros and cons. Got more pros than cons. I took care of archival and posting too. Please, hire a digital archivist.
I've been telling Perry that for years. Oh, God, if things weren't so dire, this would probably be much funnier to me.